What's the BTC price that could break us all? HBAR struggling to maintain 15 cents. Is that a buying opportunity or time to sell? XRP, strong news, but are we getting the reaction for price? We've got regs updates along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Along with Saylor getting ready to crap his pants because we're almost to that magic number. Ugh, still right up on the screen. Volume, juicy for the exchanges, so they're making money. Your comments, let's do them. And then we get into the news. Gelato Seeds, golf clap. Golf clap. Says, thanks, Klaus. Feeling your energy big time on this video. That's right, I'm bringing news, good, bad, happy, or sad with some enthusiasm. I know it's a poop sandwich out there right now, but man, there's some sales if you got the money. Stephen Brickman says, Klaus, I haven't even been here for days. I've been busy making money at work. Well, I'm glad you're making money at work because then you can buy fun stuff. He says, should I be buying more XP? That's up to you. I don't know if your bags are full or not. Maybe you already have XRP bags that are full and you're like, yo, I need to gobble HBAR. Or yo, I need to gobble some SWE at $1.54. Maybe you're like, yo, I got to go long on BTC at 87. I don't know. ETH 28.97, BNB at 880. What about that BNB to 1300 play? ADA, no love at all. 44 cents, not looking good. Doge is sitting at 15 cents. And yeah, altcoin season index, not sexy. Yeah, das ist not sexy. 27 out of 100. That's like, you can't even drink enough beers to make that look hot. Ugh, Coyote Ugly. Wouldn't even give it a chance. So what's going on? Well, let's give you those magic numbers first. First things first is BlackRock's IBIT equalized out at 84,000 for the BTC price. They go lower than that and it's worth less than what they paid for it. Oh, fuck. 84,000. Oh, shit, girlfriend. All right. What about Saylor? Saylor's got a little bit more breathing room. His is 73,000. Yo, remember when Saylor was like big time in the profit at 120 plus thousand for BTC? Now it's at 87 and his average is 73. Oh, now some regs updates for you. Would help if we got ahead of a CFTC. Yeah, we still don't have that yet. We're sitting here November 20th. If you're like, bro, it's the 21st. Well, then you live in a time zone further ahead than me, or you live in the time zones around me and you're a naughty person that didn't put notifications on and you missed the news late. Don't be that person, okay? Now, CFTC, we need ahead. Appearing Wednesday before the Senate Committee on Ag, Nutrition, and Forestry, Seelig repeatedly argued that the CFTC is the right and only regulator for spot digital commodity trading. Said Congress must move quickly on digital asset market structure legislation. I agree. The crypto market is freaking huge. There's products, there's derivatives, there's futures, there's all sorts of stuff. And it's not even like a fully regulated thing. No like native token regulation. So we have like a whole market. Now think of all the ETFs that are being launched on all these products. The XRP, the SOL, the HBAR ETFs. That's all covering now stuff that doesn't have any legal like groundwork. There's no regs yet in place. This is nuts. He says we need clear, simple guidelines. We need consumer protection. We need to stop the regulation by enforcement. I agree. But guess what? Yeah, there were some people that didn't like him. You know who didn't like him? Democrats, I know. For some reason, they really want the SEC to be the ones that regulate crypto. I wonder why. MicroStrategy's MSTR, that's their stock symbol, now known as Strategy, hits a 52-week low as BTC dips. All right, listen to these numbers, all right? I'm going to show you a few charts. You're going to see exactly what is happening. MSTR shares dropped 40% year to date, 62% for the year. They now have a fully diluted value to net asset value ratio of 0.98, meaning they're in trouble under the bubble. Here's Strategy stock for the year, okay? These next three charts are going to be all like year for year, perfect timeline and everything, okay? Look, ran up and then went back down, okay? BTCs, let's zoom that out to the 1 year. Ran that thing up and, okay, let's look. Okay, you kind of see it, right? A little bit of BTC slide is putting some MicroStrategy. Whoa, but that's a big, look at this. They were over 450 a couple times here, okay? And now at 177. So they're way more than 50% off there. Way more than that, okay? BTC, highs just recently, right? We got way up there, 126. Now that we're 87. We're not 50% plus that much eroded off. No. Not even close to that. So MicroStrategy has eroded a whole bunch more. So it's making a bunch of people think, oh, crap. So do we buy into these companies that did the strategic reserve assets or the treasury reserve assets? Yeah, because a whole bunch of companies did. And a lot of these companies, remember all those companies that were buying BTC at 114,000, 120,000 because they were FOMOing in? Well, now their strategic reserve is worth way less than if they would have parked that shit into a bank account. So now they took debt, and a lot of these players are in the red, and we're close to two big prices flash-wise. Now, so let's look at these charts again. MicroStrategy, Bitcoin, gold. Haha, notice the difference? MicroStrategy, Bitcoin, gold. Yeah, so now players are going, oh, shit. So you're telling me I would have almost doubled my money in the year? We're like, okay, MicroStrategy's not really doubling there. BTC's not really doubling, but, you know, you get my point. It's not this chart right here. Now, HBAR fans, ooh, 15 cents. We're struggling. Why are we struggling? Because macros suck ass. Now, look at this. A break now into the 13-cent range. Sale on aisle 5, 6, 7, and 8. There is nothing right now on the near-term horizon that looks like it's going to be able to save us. In the near term. Long term, yeah, we get some good regs juice. We get all that going. But right now, players are looking at this going, I don't want all my profits to erode. Jerome Powell saying, I don't know, we might not get a rate cut for December, which means shit stays expensive for longer. There's no rate cuts in November. So, none in November. We get a pause in December. That means rates stay high all the way through to January. Yeah, that's 2 more months of shitty rates. Regs, okay, they're going to get some subcommittee voting around mid-December, and then they're going to try to get full Senate vote January, February. Then that's got to go to the House, where the House has to then debate it and vote on it. We also got a government shutdown between now and then. Oh, shit. So, yeah, there's opportunities out there, but be ready because these opportunities might just keep coming for a while. Now, I get it. We've had ETFs. We've had all this. Yeah, but we had the letdown, and I told you the market would have to digest the fact that we are not going to get regs in 2025. So it pushed the window out, right? We still think we're going to get it. We still got the ETFs in play. That's good. Rates, like I said, we might have to wait again until 2026. So the window gets pushed down the road. Now, XRP ETF debut fails to save the price. That's part of the problem. A lot of people out there were like, yo, bro, price. But I said, hey, the price has to be there with the regs. Otherwise, it's just not a good situation. Now it's no regs, no cuts, and we got the ETFs launched there. It's just crap timing. Bitwise has recently launched XP ETF, has already surpassed 22 million in trade volume. Awesome. There's also been a few other ETFs. Canary Capital had theirs. Some people were being cringy AF and put XRP ETF pump incoming. And then they had cringy shirts. Okay. To the moon. So, yeah, the ETFs have not lifted the market because the macros are worse than what's going on right now. XRP's chart looks very similar to HBAR's. Look at this. Zoom out, right? You see what I'm saying? Nah. This is what happens when the shutdown goes on for this long. The odds of getting regs went to 0 in 2025. Regs 2026. Okay, cool. So we'll get them, but we just have to wait. Hopefully we get them fast enough because if they wait too long, these idiot politicians are going to be too worried about what? Getting votes, not working on regs, which then could mean what? We could have more problems. We could also have more problems if we start hitting some of these magic numbers that we're getting darn close to. Remember, a whole bunch of companies out there that bought these strategic reserve assets with BTC and stuff like that. They bought them above 100,000 when they were FOMOing in when Saylor was telling everyone, buy. No one's ever lost money with BTC. Yeah, because you were at all-time high then. But now those same companies, which are cash poor, leveraged a whole bunch of future debt, now bought a whole bunch of something that's down 30+%. Yo, 20, 30%. Whew. That is rough stuff, everyone. So here's the problem. The expectations were regs in 2025, and we didn't get them. Market takes a poop. We were supposed to get more rate cuts this year. Well, we might not get any more than the 2 we already have. Market takes a poop. A lot of things that we were looking forward to at the end of 2025 seem to have just gotten pushed on down the old road. And we could thank the great Los Estados Unidos government for that. Because, yeah, crypto follows U.S. macros. It sucks, but it's just the deal. It's not like the Japanese market is causing this huge meltdown. No. Pessimism with regs means price is pessimistic. Players out there like Bitwise, Canary, Ripple, they're all happy. Why? Because guess what? They are making money. They also got a lot of XRP to sell. It's worth a little bit less now at $2 than it is at $3.50. But hey, someone's got to sell those institutions and those ETFs, their XRP, and I'm sure it's probably going to be over the counter, right? Most of it probably is. So, what does that mean? Well, we got to wait for a catalyst to turn this around. It can come from a number of directions, but the problem is our big ones are down that way. So we got to think of what else could come around here at the end to save us, or we're going to slide into a rougher bear market where the prices that we have right now are going to seem like to the moon compared to what we might get. Expectation versus reality. We were saying that the United States government had to come through on a few fronts, and they haven't fucking come through at all. Epstein files, I'll believe it when I see it. JFK, ain't got no info on that. Aliens, bullshit testimony so far, and, well, everything else. What about that tax crypto stuff? What about the Doge savings? Were we going to get like a Doge check back? Oh, let's just keep floating money out there. Overpromise and under-deliver, United States government. Me? No. I don't promise anything. I just deliver. I bring the news 7 days a week. Choo-choo what? Well, you know the deal. The sign helps you out. Oh, you can't see the sign. That's right, because I made my camera a little lower so you can see my dogs playing in the other video. Choo-choo what? Now you know the deal. Choo-choo bitches.